welcome back. This week we talk about an Amazon tribe getting introduced to the internet via Starlink, a couple wild animal attacks on some elderly people, which, really gets Levi going. A professional mountain climber is sentenced to life in prison. And then on this week's Am I the Asshole, does getting your GED qualify for an after graduation party? We'd like to thank our subscribers, Adam Pacino, Mark Stadler, Kylie Gangwish, Colby Jordan, Chantel Stadler, Kevin Garahan, Andres Vaez, the God, Colton Zamersla, and Pantera Girl. Hope you enjoy.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. I'm on it.
Hey, freak show! You're going nowhere!
We'll do it live! Fuck it!
Welcome back, kids and coaches, to another episode of West of Nowhere. I am Levi.
And look, I said to her that I didn't like the way she made those hoods. She didn't cut the eye holes big enough. You know what I'm saying?
Hold up.
We're not.
What? What?
We went to our fancy meeting, couldn't wear our hoods.
Oh my god.
Eye holes are too small, couldn't see.
Well, it was fun. Well, it lasted, I suppose. You can't say that in that accent and expect people not to draw some conclusions. Well, we got our hoods ready, and
Look, Dango, I tell you what, all right? I had my sweet tea, and I was fucking pulling on my hood.
I drink sweet tea like a real man.
Danged old boys down the road. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no. Anyway, so
some people call it a clan meeting.
Oh my
we don't
God.
like to use that word.
Why are you doing this to me? He's like, I can't quit the show, but if I get us canceled, then I can. I can just find my own way out.
Look, I'm gonna be better than Angelica ever was.
my
Okay,
God.
I'm not gonna just quit out of nowhere. I'm just gonna sink
I'm
the
gonna
ship.
bring the fucking whole thing crashing down, baby. There's got to be a movie like that. I feel like there probably is. I just can't think of anything.
A movie about someone self-sabotaging.
Someone like fucking up a whole
Oh.
thing. Well,
I was gonna say there's a lot of self-sabotage videos on like Pornhub.
well, no, like, what's that movie where Bradley Cooper's a cook, a chef? You know what I'm talking about?
Ooh, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, in Guardians of the Galaxy, when Bradley Cooper plays a chef, there's a scene where
Limitless.
Yeah.
My bad.
There's a scene where he's like the restaurant he's cooking for. They suspect that there's Michelin star people. Holy shit, bringing that full circle. And
That's what I'm talking about.
and this guy, this one of his sous chefs or whatever, is like he
sues the chef?
He purposely fucks up the order that they're getting,
Oh.
and like tanks the whole thing, and it's like a whole thing, like because they have history or something. But I can't remember the movie, but it's very interesting. Recommend it.
It was very it was like anticlimactic.
Yeah,
It was very milquetoast.
that's what she said to you, bitch.
The anticlimactic thing or the milquetoast thing?
Both.
It's fucked
Yeah.
up.
Anyway, I'm start reading comments because it'll take me 6 years to do it. If you're listening or watching this show, if you're listening specifically, you should go to YouTube, and then while we're talking about things, you can comment, and then I will read them, even if there's 150 of them. We're gonna get through it. God damn it, because
No, I think
it's your time we're wasting.
I think at a certain point. I think at a certain point we cut it. We
yeah.
I think 30 we cut it off at 30.
Okay, I like that idea. And I think also if it gets to that point, if there's somebody who's commenting a lot, not that we don't love you, but I'm going to maybe pick a couple of the best ones because, listen, I can only do so much. I'm only human, you know. Anyway, with that being said, T-Ferg, first on the list, says West of Nowhere Detective Agency, not quite as good as Batman, but we'll find you, which pretty accurate. I was a detective the other day at work. I found a missing thing, and I was very proud of myself, very happy, and it was funny because there was a bunch of people that were very stressed out about this thing, and I fucking solved it. Granted, it was like it was still had caused a lot of problems. Like they didn't get resolved because I found it, but it was like one extra thing, like one thing that solved a bunch of problems that I fixed. So you're welcome. Anyway. T-Ferg continues. Thank you for being full people and not a pair of single-minded nut jobs. Also, I would find talking about mechanical stuff would be interesting. I think that's in response to us saying we could grift, or we couldn't grift because we are normal people who couldn't just sell out for one thing, you know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then like the full-on military themed podcast that we could also not do just because of the lack of interest on that. And then he responds to some, we're talking about the landing area and the wire. The wire.
Yeah.
He says, I remember hearing something about a wire in a landing area snapping and striking a sailor's leg and severing some muscle. If it hit the leg, it severed all of the muscle.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That
If that wire fucking
cuts
snapped,
through people.
that dude lost his leg.
Yeah. I think Mythbusters tested it, but can't remember their conclusion. I have seen a video, that guy that they play in boot camp where he jumps over the wire twice, which is crazy. Do you remember that?
I guess not.
Yeah, it was a yellow shirt, fucking wire snapped, and he jumped it, and then it came back and he jumped it again. Like fucking Mario in real life. It was crazy.
Dude, that guy, what's it called when you jump rope in the middle? Somebody else, two other people are doing
Double
the thing
Dutch?
and you jump. Double Dutch. That dude's a double Dutch champion, probably.
Yeah. he's got experience. Yeah, very cool video. You could go watch it. Just type in aircraft carrier wire snap guy jump. just type all of that.
Just type the whole sentence and you'll find it.
Just type wire breaking, guy jumping. I
thought you
know.
were gonna.
What do you mean?
Like say the name of the video.
There's aircraft carrier wire snap jumping. I don't know. Anyway, he says, as he continues, your story of the hydro flask reminds me of when I forgot to clean out a stainless steel tea kettle when I made a cracked pepper lemon ginseng tea. Okay, fancy.
That's a fucking wild tea.
Yeah. And the leftover ingredients sat in it for a month before I thought about that kettle again. He said it was completely engulfed in mold, which makes sense.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. He says, I'm glad to hear I'm not alone on recent update being an issue with texting.
So it's just you two. All right, no one else is having this issue.
I don't even remember what the issue was.
You were saying that like your phone will like autocorrect.
Oh. Yeah.
And just like send extra words.
Yeah.
Because remember.
Yeah.
Oh no, it wasn't you. It wasn't you. It was Kylie.
No, I have that
Wait,
issue
fucking
too.
don't
Because
remember.
like,
okay.
I'll end like a sentence with like instead, like I want to do that instead, and then it'll go of. And I'm like, bitch, I don't want to say that. I would say that if I wanted to say it. Don't fucking put words in my fingers, you know?
Yeah. No, yeah, I think it's just because you people are old.
Whoa, you people.
I don't know how old T-Ferg is.
I don't know, but
I mean,
you're older than me.
I'm hip to the technology. You know what I mean? Like,
Just
I work with it every day.
finally upgraded
I
his
kinda
phone for the first time in 10 years.
Dude, listen here. Okay. I had to. Yeah, no, it was ridiculous, dude. That
I
phone
can't
was
imagine how slow
fucking
your
rough.
phone was.
It was ungodly.
Like,
But I was just
that's
like, I'm
crazy.
so cheap.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking
Yeah.
cheap, dude. Like, it drives Natalie crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
You're
Yeah.
like,
now I have-
we don't need to spend money on that. She's like,
uh-uh.
it's literally falling apart. I don't know.
Yeah. Dude, I will wear underwear
Oh,
until there's
man.
not much underwear left.
I believe it. That's that growing up poor mentality. You're like,
Dude.
what if I need it? Like, it's
Yeah. Dude, one time I watched a video and it was about how like the process of making clothes is like detrimental to the environment because like all the amount of water we use to make to make clothes. And it was like if you go 1 year without buying any new clothes, you're doing your part to help like sustain the environment. I was like, dude, I've been not buying clothes for years, dude. I'm the biggest apparently promoter of the environment there is.
Nobody's better on the green side than Shane is. I know that.
I am the greenest. Yeah.
Man. Okay, so he said, Tifer continues, so my parents never gave me the birds and the bees talk. My mom handed me an illustrated general health book for kids and called it good, which is
nice.
I mean, it's for kids. Illustrations help. I don't know. Tying into that comment, look like you're about to say something.
Oh no, I was thinking in my head, but I was gonna stop. But then since you stopped, no one prepares you for what a vagina looks like. You know what I mean?
That's false. Georgia O'Keeffe has been painting flowers that look like vaginas for ever. She's doing her part. Oh man. All right. So kind of tying that comment to this one, he says,
yes.
When my mom found out I looked at porn, her reaction was to ask me if I wanted to see my 15-year-old sister naked. Oh,
which is wild.
What?
How old your sister?
What?
Your sister's not 15 anymore, right?
I can't imagine she is.
Nice. Can I see your sister,
Jesus
T?
Christ.
What's up?
He says, I think it was an attempt to shame me into stopping by seeing the performers as siblings. It was awkward to say the least. Yeah, no fucking shit. What?
That's crazy.
That is such a wild, like...
And from that day forward, T. Ferg had a stepsister kink for the rest of his life.
That's why those videos are all over the place, dude.
I'm telling you, dude.
He fucked the algorithm up. He says, changing the subject pretty drastically,
Yeah.
Trump being guilty is not surprising, but him actually being convicted is crazy to me. He hasn't actually had consequences for anything he's done. I hope he gets hit with for bigger cases because this was the small fry stuff, which is true.
Yeah.
He also says if Trump loses the election, do you think he'll try and flee the country? No, because
where's he gonna go?
There's no country has people dumb enough to keep giving him money. And if he flees the country, they're definitely gonna freeze his assets. Like, that's like the first thing they do if you're running and you go to a non-extradition country. They're like, freeze him, and then so I also don't know where he would go because I think the rest of the world fucking hates him too. So like all those summits and shit, like when he was president, like seeing all of the international leaders just like not being about talking to him, being around him, and like not to say that they're great people because a couple of them aren't for sure, but like it's crazy when those people are like, I don't even want to fucking deal with you. It's one thing for like, you know, whatever you want to say, like the ultra progressive woke crowd not liking him because he just says it how it is. There's another thing for people who have like legitimately done business and like talked to world leaders of every kind, and they're like, fuck this guy. Anyway, he also says, I'm not enthusiastic about either choice for president. RFK Jr. isn't a great option either. Yeah, because he's got brain worms, so that's exciting.
Who is RFK Jr.?
Robert Kennedy Jr., like Bobby Kennedy's son. Yeah.
He's got brain worms.
Yeah, he literally came out. He's like, I got a brain worm. Yeah, it ate part of my brain.
He's crazy. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, pretty exciting. 3 old men from a generation that should enjoying retirement. SMH, and then Pantera Girl said this she did this one. So
yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
She's a big sketch fan apparently. Thank you. No one likes to accept that it was because of COVID that we had such cheap fuel. Such a stupid talking point. Yeah.
So if you go back to when we were recording during COVID, we definitely had like a long conversation about that.
Yeah. It's crazy that also we were recording back then. I mean, it was West Pine back then, but still.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah, because this one was like 21, I think. But anyway,
Yeah.
he says
Alright.
video game cheaters are the worst. That's why I hate online play for nearly every game. Accurate.
Dude.
And the show Afro Samurai was based on Yasuke's life, voiced by Samuel L. Jackson, I believe. I ain't gonna Google to
It
check
was.
it though.
It was Samuel L. Jackson. Yep.
I can't imagine it's super historically accurate. I've never watched it, but
Really?
yeah,
Dude.
I need to check it out.
Afro Samurai fucking slaps, dude.
I just from like, because there's some animes that are like, you can tell by the art style that it's just gonna be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
like one of those for me, but I've never actually like, I don't know, maybe I feel like I built it up too much and I don't want to watch it because I feel like I'll be let down. I can't imagine I will be if Samuel L. Jackson signed off on it, but
Yeah. No, it's pretty fucking dope, and the fight scenes are fucking crispy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wispy.
Crispy.
T. Ferg says about the "Am I the asshole?" Both people are assholes.
Yeah.
Should be. He should probably listen to her on some of his cleanliness issues, but they're both a little extreme, which I agree. And also, how fun this show is, because I get people that message me now about some of these "Am I the assholes?" Like, hold on, wait, like, am I? I don't do that. Like, we're not saying that you're an asshole. It's just maybe the people in this situation might be how they're behaving. It's not like just because you don't wash your water bottle, it's a weird thing to not do, but still your friend.
I mean, I don't wash my water bottle.
Yeah, because you're a piece of shit.
I only put water in it. Why do I need to wash the water?
That's such a fucking. That's such a dumb argument. I only put water in it, so there's no way that mold can grow from water. And
No, it can't. I put new water in it every day. There's no way mold can grow.
Yeah. And how do you fill it up? You take the lid off.
Take the lid off. Yeah, well, no. I pour water on the bottle, and the water seeps through the bottle.
And then you screw the lid on.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no water in those grooves where you're screwing it on that mold could probably grow into.
No, because I dry it off
Every time?
every
There's
time.
no way. You're a fucking lying piece of shit. Pantera Girl says, I totally get people's reactions to working on jets. No matter how mundane you might think it gets, still cool. Hello, it's jets. The cool kid airplane of airplanes. I mean, hey, it's not like, I don't know, graphic design or whatever. Just kidding. You know what, Pantera Girl? Unreal. I can't believe this. This is real. But she redeems herself a couple comments later and says, when I responded about your guys' your friend's podcast who left a comment, called them out for having an AI design AI logo, and she said, yeah, a real logo from a real graphic designer, not that AI nonsense. SMH. That's 2 SMHs in this comment thread. Look at us. We got some hip people. Alright, take a deep breath. This is a long comment. Pantera Girl says, wow, y'all's parents kind of punked out. LOL. I get that it's uncomfortable about the sex talk, but it's so important. I grew up with a mom who was very open and honest about it. I feel like it was more responsible and prepared when she was more responsible when it did happen. Now as a parent myself, lots of conversations with my oldest, 19 male, about porn and not just safe sex to keep from knocking someone up, but STIs as well. My middle child, 17 female, who is more introverted, which makes it way more uncomfortable. I found out in the most horrible way that just how important that is. I have been waiting to have the talk with her. I was worried about doing it too soon. I figured good time would be in conjunction with when they had sex ed at school. Makes sense. This never happened for some reason, so I ended up just winging it at girls' night out, with a girls' night out, grabbed dinner while we were eating in the car, seeing a movie, before seeing a movie. I had the talk with her, super awkward. So glad we had the movie night after. She didn't say much that night, but 2 weeks later, she ended up telling my mother that that she had been sexually abused, which is the saddest thing. But also, props to her for actually being able to tell you. That means I feel like that means you're probably kicking ass in the parent game, because I feel like there's a lot of kids that just never tell anybody, you know. Anyway, she says, I don't think she even realized or saw it like that till that talk. Ugh, that's fucking rough. She definitely had thought she would be in trouble if she said anything until we had that talk. Needless to say, I wish I had not worried so much about talking to her sooner, which makes sense. I wouldn't beat yourself up about it because, you know, I feel like your heart's in the right place, but I really feel that that talk gave her what she needed to come forward and say something. Sorry, this is such a long one, but I know there's other parents here, and hopefully sharing that lets other parents know that it's not too soon in certain aspects, and even though it can be awkward, just how important it is to parent up and just get it done. Thank you for attending to my GED talk. Yeah, fucking what an emotional roller coaster that was. But I think that's true, and also I feel like this also speaks to the thing where we've talked about it before, and I think we talked about it with Mark and Chantel, but like using anatomically correct language so that kids can like be specific about things if they do happen. You know, obviously don't want them to, but if they do, you don't want them to be so vague about how it's happening or what's happening.
Yeah.
Just like this kind of I feel like works in conjunction with that kind of thing. But
yeah, no, we taught. That's how we taught Emmett. Emmett was like, it was his penis, which whenever he was whenever he was 2 and he would talk about it, he'd be like, I think I've told the story a couple times, but like it's the funniest story.
Yeah.
He was 2. He was I put him in the bathtub, and he said the water is hot on my penis, and I was like, what the fuck?
I've just been like, all right, good. We'll cool that down. We'll just turn that nozzle down a little bit. Sorry, buddy. That is fun. Like, it's crazy though, because like, I don't know. I feel like the cutesy language, it makes it more comfortable for the parents, but also at the same time, I feel like kids using very like what we consider adult language is always there's like a hint of humor to it, no matter what. Because it's like, you're hilarious. You're not a grown up. Stop talking like that.
And it was, I remember like second guessing whenever we would talk to Emmett whenever he was younger, because we would talk to him the way I talk to anyone.
Yeah.
Like, and we didn't like use the like baby talk. We talked to him directly.
Listen here,
bitch. No. And because of that, he spoke very well.
Oh yeah.
But I remember not thinking about it, like going like feeling bad, and then we were out at somebody's house, and their daughter, same age as Emmett, the way she spoke was just like very baby-ish. Yeah. And I was like, fuck, man, I'm really glad we talked to him the way we talked to him, because now he speaks very well. Right. And there was kids his age that I was just like, oh, dude, you're gonna have a rough time.
Right on.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
This next one's my favorite one.
Yeah. She said, Pantera Girl continues, she said, TMI moment, I get real quiet when I'm close to, you know. I have legit had to explain that that quiet is, for me, is good, because they thought since I wasn't screaming my head off, I wasn't having a good time, which is in
giggity.
which is talking about when we were talking about ladies' sex sounds and being confused from porn, basically. Like, why are you yelling so much? So, yeah. We got Pantera Girls just letting us get the highs and lows today.
I know, right?
All over the place.
I don't want to point this out, but maybe you shouldn't talk about both things in the same comment thread. You know what I mean?
And
like,
back to back too. Oh man. Yeah. Okay. So she says, "Okay, birthing videos might be a little much. LOL. That's traumatizing at any age. Yeah, I know." And then she says, "I'm at a total loss to who to vote for. Yeah, everything I have seen says that him being convicted as a felon, no bearing on him running for president. I feel bad for my daughter who is turning 18 in October. Sad that this is the first time she's able to vote, and these are her choices." Yeah, first time I voted, it was Obama and Romney, right?
Yep, same.
Old Barry. Anyway, she says, "Ugh, groceries are killing me." And yes, thank you for putting it on YouTube about the subscriber episodes. Patreon has been sucking, completely freezes on my phone.
See?
This is what we've been hearing. And then you get other people like Kylie, who has been absent from the comment section for feels like years now, who say that she wants to put the whole catalog on Patreon so she could listen to it. But this is also coming from the same person who used Google Podcasts, which is notoriously the worst podcast player, and I'm glad it's gone. And then Pantera Girl had to throw out a comment. She said, "Wow, blank screen," which an editing mistake that I had made. Don't really know what happened.
Yeah. I saw that comment and I went and looked and I was like, "Wow, what happened?"
Yeah, I think it was when I was trying to shift, like who's the dominant on the screen. But
I'm a power bottom. Okay, you can just stay dominant, big guy.
Generate all the power from the bottom.
Yeah, create all the lift.
All right, so
let's get into it.
we got some fun things going on. I think the funniest story, and also, I mean, we'll just continue this trend of talking about porn and things like that. There is a tribe in the, I'll say, rural Amazon that has gotten they got Starlink, the internet, right? And
how?
Well, you could just people brought the receiver or whatever and started to show them these things, and like those certain places you can't get internet because they don't have a typical like fiber network or whatever, so they got to do shit like this. And 9 months ago they brought Starlink to this area for the Marubo tribe, which is along the Itui River. And
okay,
yeah, it was pretty cool at first. They're like, holy shit, this is awesome. But things have turned sour because now it is said that they are, a lot of them, very addicted to internet porn now.
I love it.
There's other issues related to the internet thing. There's a quote that I found that says young people have gotten lazy because of the internet. They're learning the ways of the white people, and then in this same instance, this person who said this added, "But please don't take away our internet," which means that's one of the porn addicts right there.
Yeah, that dude's addicted. Yeah, I need my porn.
Yeah, so God, I hope there's a documentary being made about this because, like, I am so intrigued by this concept of people who have been pretty, like, obviously they have contact with people because how the fuck else did they get this? But, like, very, very behind the times as far as what we think, civilized culture is.
Yeah.
And I want to know just, like, the timeline of how quickly them being exposed to the internet, having a computer, phones, I don't know how they're even receiving it, but, like, going from that and then finding internet porn and just fucking how it spiraled that, because I feel like it's got to speak about the effects of, well, first of all, it's just the effects of the internet on people, but also like the human nature, like how quickly they move from like a new thing and how quickly it can go to, well, this is a cool tool, to satisfying sexual urges, because that's what humans are doing all the time.
Well, you know how, like, if you don't have the filter turned on, sometimes you can put in super mundane, like, phrases and then just get fucking, like, porn ads for porn. So, I mean, it was probably like that. Or, dude, 100% it was single MILFs in your area want to have sex with you. And the dude was like, definitely, dude, let's...
I don't know what a MILF is, but I'm fucking down.
I'm down. They want to have sex with me?
Yeah.
God, dude. How long do you think before they start sending money to some, like, African prince?
Dude, I don't know. That's a good question.
That's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's all those internet scams that everyone knows about now.
Yeah.
Those dudes aren't going to know shit.
Well, here's the other thing. Do they have enough money to send to people?
Oh, yeah.
So, you gotta think about that.
Yeah.
So anyway, I thought that story was pretty entertaining, and I can't wait to look at follow-up. I hope I want there to be like a documentary type thing about it, like it only took 9 months for them to figure out and then thus become addicted to certain aspects of the internet, and it's got to be interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
But this next story satisfies so many things that I enjoy, or not enjoy, but like this is a fun story. It's got it all, baby. You know how when people get like too close to animals at wildlife parks, things like that, and they naturally, the animals respond in a perfect way.
Yeah.
Well, you know, there's a lot of fun videos of people like getting like launched by bison and shit. Well, the most recent one that I found is a 83-year-old woman who got seriously injured after she was this is what the headline says, gored by a bison.
Oh wow, she got fucking yeah.
Old people getting hurt by animals. I mean, let's go, dude. This is
I hate you so.
But it is crazy how often people are just dumb around these, like, and it's a fucking buffalo. Like, they are huge.
Yeah.
Bison are massive creatures. And it's like, why would you go, I'm going to walk up to that and, like, be near it for any reason? Like,
yeah,
that is an animal that is on the list of animals that is like, leave me the fuck alone. And
well, I think people just assume that bison are like similar to cows. You know
where
what I
you
mean?
can
Like,
literally
not
like,
very aggressive.
do whatever the fuck you want to a cow, like put firecrackers on its tail and shit. Joe Dirt style. Yeah. I think that's probably got something to do with it.
I like it.
Have another story about an animal attack.
Okay.
This time, a moose in Alaska.
Moosin'.
Yeah, a moosin' who killed a 70-year-old man who was attempting to take photos of 2 newborn moose calves, which you are a fucking wild dude if you think that that's gonna fly. Like, moose already scare me anyway because they are way too tall to make sense, and they're just same thing with the fucking bite. They're just huge.
Plus everyone knows how moose feel about pictures, so I mean,
yeah, they hate them. And also the moose calves. Are you shitting me? You're like, yeah, I'm gonna get a picture of those babies, like with the mom right there, and that's who stomped him out. So that's what you get. Can't be going National Geographic on some moose cubs, you know?
Yeah, dude, gorillas in the mist.
Yeah, what? What? I don't know.
No,
I don't know what that is.
Like, that's that. Really, it's that movie about that dude who goes and like lives with the gorillas up in the mountains.
No.
He was having his own like gorillas in the mist moment, but it was moose in the something
moose
else.
in the woods. I don't know.
Moose in the woods. Yeah, not as good.
But this sounds fun. Before I registered that you were saying gorillas and not grizzlies, I was thinking of the Grizzly Man movie. Have you seen that?
Robert Redford, right?
No. Grizzly Man is this documentary taken from footage from this man, his camera, and he lived amongst grizzly bears. I think it was also in Alaska. And he fucking he was just with them all the time, had a lot of footage of him like literally walking around with them, or they would come up to him and just like hang out, whatever.
Okay.
And then this one that he had like a funky feeling about ended up fucking killing him.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. And the video, like, or the documentary is like, I can't remember. There's a famous like German director, and I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he like has the footage, like they recovered his camera and shit, and he plays the footage for like somebody who knew that guy.
Oh shit!
But they don't let you hear it or watch it or anything. But you can only imagine how aggressive that was, because it was like at his campground, his camera was set up, and this fucking evil grizzly bear fucking just. And it's crazy because he was like literally calling it out. Like he's like, yeah, there's this new kind of grizzly in the area, the new grizzly to the territory, and he's got a very like weird like attitude about him. And then that's the one that ended up fucking killing him. It's crazy. Yeah, okay. So I have one more nature-themed story.
Okay.
It's a little not as happy, as exciting as old people getting gored by animals, but it's
You have a problem.
yeah, probably. A professional rock climber has been sentenced to life in prison for a sexual assault that occurred at Yosemite National Park.
He fucked a goat.
No, I think it was probably a human.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, I don't think you get life in prison for fucking a goat. Yeah, so
You should.
Charles Barrett,
Okay.
he was sentenced for 2 counts of aggravated sexual abuse and 1 count of abusive sexual contact.
God.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there was one girl who said he assaulted her 3 times, and then there was 3 other women who also testified that he had sexually assaulted them. He wasn't charged with those ones, but just the main one, but still. Which, pretty like, crazy that, like, I don't know, I feel like there's always these guys who are, like, super brutal in this aspect.
Yeah.
And then they don't get shit for a sentence, so it's cool to see one getting, like, a life sentence like this. But,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. Anyway, so, rock climbers, watch out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't think that they were that kind.
I didn't think they were, but here's the thing: is I saw the headline, and I was like, I need to find out if this is that one free solo guy, because that'd be crazy. But it wasn't.
Yeah. You were just hoping it
Well,
was?
I think it would be more interesting to talk about, but you know, it's
Yeah.
it.
All right.
You know, it is what it is.
All right. If you've made it this far, stop what you're doing and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave a rating wherever you're listening. Stop what you're doing and rate us.
Yeah.
Be a ratist. Okay. It fell flat. All right. Am I the asshole for refusing to hold a graduation party for my daughter for getting her GED? I will try to keep this short as possible. My middle daughter has always struggled with academics. She was in the average classes, usually getting a C or B. In high school, it got harder, and she went through a lot of tutoring. When she was 17, she almost failed out. She had been tested before, but it came back with nothing. I don't...
Like a
Maybe-
I'm assuming like a mental,
Like a learning
disorder,
disability?
Yeah.
Okay. We learned at that time that she decided to stop, and she wasn't turning stuff in. She told us that there was no point. Since she doesn't do well academically, she also had a huge resentment at the time for her younger sister that was academically inclined. She turned 18 and refused to go to school and dropped out. After this, she spiraled and ruined a lot of relationships with family and friends. She had an addiction. Her 3 siblings do not speak with her, and my wife doesn't interact with her. That's a whole different story, but in short, she stole a lot of money.
Okay.
God. She's now 26 and back on track. She called me asking me to host a graduation party since she got her GED. And then I did it for the rest of the kids. I told her no for 3 main reasons. The first being she isn't graduating, she got her GED. Boom.
Yeah.
No one will
told
show
her.
up. No one will show up. She has screwed almost all the family, so they won't go, and her friends are shady, so I don't want to invite them. My last is that she is 26, and this was supposed to happen when she was 18. She called me a jerk. Am I the asshole?
Man, first of all, is it that hard to just throw a little fucking barbecue, dude? I feel like this person's not the asshole, but also at the same time, like, it's a graduation party. It's not a fucking wedding. Like, I don't think it's that hard to be like, yeah, just we'll fucking do a thing, and you can invite 5 people that you know or whatever. Like, and not. I mean, this is like I feel like this person, her daughter, has tried very hard to get to a point where she's like making progress. You know, she basically quit going to school because she was not seeing the success that she thought she could, like, would help. And then she finally gets to a point where she's like, all right, I fucking did this, and like, hey, you know, you want to do this? I feel like it would be cool for her mom to be like, you know what, I am proud of you for actually fucking getting this done. Like, I guess I just don't see it as like that hard of a thing to do.
Yeah.
But I don't think that she's an asshole because she makes valid points at the same time. You know.
Yeah. No, so I don't think I'm guessing the father, because he said, oh man. Yeah, I think this is the father.
Okay.
I don't think he's an asshole.
Yeah.
I don't think he's the asshole, and I think you have to hold people like accountable. Like you shouldn't like. I can see the side of it. Like she cleaned her life up, and whatever. And well, good for you, but you fucked a lot of people over on the way to turning your life around. So, and I don't know. Your GED is nothing.
Yeah.
It's like very basic.
Yeah.
Like, can you add and subtract? Do you know how sentences work?
Yeah.
Like, there's a reason why no one will take you with just a lot of places won't take you with just a GED.
Right.
Because like you couldn't even stick it out. I don't know. I'm kind of being an asshole. I'm being an asshole because I just don't understand it.
Yeah.
Like high school was so easy for me, and I didn't pay attention half the time.
Yeah, I'm looking at it from like like I have not been in situations as drastic as what this person is saying their daughter has been in, but like I did, like, so my personal thing is like I also struggled a lot in school, mainly because I didn't try, but like I remember being like I was willing to like do whatever I could to like make sure I graduated, but also I remember being like, I don't feel like this is like impressive enough like for me to like I didn't think that I should get a graduation party because I didn't think that it was that impressive. But then there's people who are like, I tried very fucking hard to get to this point, like just somebody be proud of me kind of thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can see it from both sides. That's why I don't think that the poster is like OP's not a fucking asshole for it, but also I don't know. I would do something, get her a cake or some shit, something like just because you don't know if that's like that moment is that big for her or not. I'm assuming it is. If she was like, hey, can I fucking at least get one? It's not like she's asking, like I said, it's not like she's asking for them to pay for a fucking crazy big, Hollywood Hills mansion party. It's like, take her to the bowling alley, get us pizza, fucking do something simple. But
yeah, I don't know. I guess I can kind of see from the parent side, from the dad side, because like you were supposed to have done this already, and you're now almost 30.
Yeah.
So like, congratulations.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna throw you a party.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I get it. Like when they're 18, when you're young still. Like I know 18 is an adult, but when you're young still, like it's an accomplishment. I'm not saying that what she did is not an accomplishment, but
yeah.
Now you're just behind and you're playing catch up.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like definitely like
back.
At that same point, like I wonder, like I think I'm getting too into the weeds on this, but like I wonder if this, like, she probably is obviously very aware of all of the shit that she's done, and she's like trying to, slowly ease back into a normal. It's like, is this something that would really benefit her in the long run? Like, is this gonna like?
I mean, it might. Yeah, I can see what you're saying. Yeah,
but then also, like graduating high school is not that hard, especially in this fucking like all of the No Child Left Behind school system, like where you gotta really fucking try not to graduate, basically.
Yeah.
And so she must have been dealing with a lot of shit, but yeah. And then also not inviting the shitty friends over, I can understand that. Definitely like some people who, even for like when I did graduate high school, like, I was like, I'm not inviting these people because I know my mom doesn't like them, my brother doesn't like them. Like, we'll just hang out another time.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do the people say? Anything?
I think that was a pretty overwhelming.
Not the asshole.
So overall, not the asshole, but 44% you're the asshole, 36% not the asshole. Everyone sucks here, 10%.
Yeah.
not enough info, 3%.
I don't understand. Like, I don't think everybody sucks here. I think it's a kind of a dumb thing for people to get mad about, though. You know, at the same, like.
But this is the internet.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I mean?
true. Like, you are like, she wasn't happy that I told her I wouldn't give her a party, but then you're also like, internet, validate me for not fucking giving her this, like, menial party. It feels very, I don't know, it's a weird one for me.
Number one comment was not the asshole, but I might offer a compromise. She needs to try to make amends with the family.
Yeah.
If she does, then I might offer a nice dinner out with the immediate family or those willing to go.
Yeah.
Her accomplishments deserve to be recognized, but she also has some work to do.
Yeah.
Sounds like until now things have been pretty toxic.
Yeah. And like I feel like that's kind of what I was thinking, and I don't know if I said it very like specifically. Maybe this is just something that I've been thinking about lately, because like I graduated with an associate's degree, you know. I didn't graduate with a bachelor's degree like I probably should have by now, and I feel like the reason because of that is a lot of very poor decisions that I've made since I've been out, basically. And so like I didn't have a graduation party for graduating technical college, but I definitely was sitting there at the ceremony with like a thought of like yes, this isn't what I thought I should be doing or could have done, but it is nice to have made it through something and like saw, like, because I did have a problem with school for a long time and still do, I guess, but like I stopped going to college before and then just worked full time until I moved up here and then finally went back. And so that accomplishment, yes, it's not not impressive, and it's not like I don't think that it needs to be like blown up in like this whole big thing, but it was like a nice little like I finally fucking accomplished something. I finally like actually did something that I was happy with, and so I can feel what like something similar to what I'm sure that girl is feeling, because like it's like, yeah, you might have made a lot of decisions, but marking one thing off and like being like, oh yes, I'm kind of like, it might not be big, but I'm fucking doing something. And I feel like technical college might be the GED of the higher education world, but so yeah, anyway, that's just my 2 cents. But I'm also like, if somebody was like, I'm not throwing you a graduation party for that, I'd be like, understandable. I didn't want you to.
Okay.
I don't like that attention. I didn't like reading all the comments on that fucking 2 posts I made, but I had to.
Anyway. Nice.
Yeah.
We'd like to thank our friends, Real Creature Feature, the Macabre Emporium, the Society of Cryptid Hunters, and of course the Remedial Scholar. I think that's it though. All our links are in the description. Check out our store, buy a shirt. Keep leaving us comments.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's it. I've had enough. Peace out, bitches.
Tip your bartender.